Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced. Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block, on a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At InChain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts, basically ones that can run operating systems. That's basically all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Good afternoon, my BSV peeps. How we doing? Sorry for my late start today. Time completely slipped away from me. I can't believe how fast time flies when you get engrossed in something. I was actually doing something important because I was setting up cold storage wallets for the old Bitcoin, because I currently have quite a bit of BSV on Gravity, but I presume a lot of people in Europe and the UK might also have the same, but because Gravity obviously has a license, they still fall within regulations. So I think any movements of currency more than £9,999 per week has to be reported, and there's just a whole load of not necessarily red tape, admin involved in that. And I thought, right, well actually when BSV starts to rocket, if I suddenly want to live abroad somewhere and I want to take my Bitcoin with me, if let's say BSV is £10,000 each or £100,000 per Bitcoin, suddenly it's going to be an absolutely mammoth task to move it, to get it out of Gravity, because you can only move £9,000 a week, and transfer it into a wallet. And I was just obviously a nice problem to have, but I just thought, you know what, I think I'll just move that into a cold storage wallet, so then I can access it anywhere in the world, anytime I like, and do whatever I want with it without having to, go through all this administration. So I thought, right, let's do it now. And I started going through all my wallets, and then before you know it, it was already 5 o'clock. I was like, I'm late for my show. So here we go. Rock and roll. Let's start this. Let's go through this. This is the crypto forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network. All right. Yeah, looking juicy. That's for that. Let's have a look at the shitcoin market, see what's been doing what. 1 year. And also, again, I mean, just like holding steady at the moment. Yeah, I mean, great time to be accumulating. Personally, you know, when I'm looking on the calendar and I count towards the end of January, I'm like, literally, that's 12 weeks. I mean, 12 weeks. And it'll be interesting to see how CSW plays it. Because obviously the message that he's given us is that by, you know, end of January 2021, only Bitcoin, as in BSV, will be recognized as a currency, and the others will all be, well, I don't know. Well, the others are all securities anyway. So, you know, I guess in my mind, he's just playing it by the rule book, which is by far the best place to do it. Because what you don't want to do is actually do something yourself and, you know, and have people pointing their fingers at you. Whereas if it's law enforcement going, no, they're securities now, they're not currencies, you cannot use them. And you know, using them as current securities or labeling them as securities still means that all these shitcoiners can pump and dump them. You know, pump and dump you to your heart's content. You know, absolutely useless. They'll never be used as a medium of exchange. And they don't want to use it as a medium of exchange. They're just simply loving their pump and dump. So it's just like, all right. So now Satoshi's just like, right, they're all securities. Well, my design of Bitcoin was an electronic peer-to-peer cash system. So I'm dumping all these securities and I'm going in on Bitcoin. You know, yeah, and so shitcoiners can carry on. It's going to be their option. But my guess would be that obviously when he starts moving or, you know, exchanging his securities for the genuine Bitcoin, the markets are going to go absolutely insane. So literally head down, plod on, accumulate as much currency as you can, because that's the medium of exchange that's going to be used for trading goods and services and not pumping and dumping the shit out of it, basically. So there we go. That's the shitcoin market done. Now let's get into crypto Twitter. This is going to be a regular. Checking out the old Fire and Ice. Here we go. So we're going to have a look at all these names that have been released. So that was 9 hours ago. 7th of November. So that was yesterday. So let's just keep... we already saw the first one that he released. Let's have a look at these, shall we? So this was yesterday's 100 names being released. Today's 100 users who thought Monero is private. Alright, here we go. Alright, oh, we got somebody interested in incest in London. Incest in Rome, incest in Paris, Austin, that must be Austin, Texas, teen in Dallas, teen Copenhagen, teen Japan, interracial. All right, well, you know, don't want any racism there and all that. But I mean, look at all these IP addresses. I mean, this is hilarious. Monero is not anonymous in any way, shape or form. Over 1 million permanently locked in DeFi smart contract. Oh, that's gotta hurt. All these shitcoiners. Dear, oh dear. Getting their shit lost. All right, here we go. So over $1 million permanently locked in DeFi smart contracts. Why would you? Why would you? Here we check this one out. OKX exchange releases suspend withdrawal update. What does that mean? An update. Okay. Here we go. Cayman Islands announces new legal framework for digital currency. Oh, this was the one. Yes, so Joe Biden thinks he got more votes than any other presidential ticket in the history of the United States. I find that very hard to believe. Very hard to believe. And it's kind of here at the beginning. Like here we go. Let's have a listen. Turn the volume up. Here we go. And another one. Would you believe it? Really?
We're in Nevada.
Oh, convenient.
In fact, our lead just doubled in Nevada.
Oh, just like that? I mean, this just doesn't sound realistic. But what are you going to do? You know, these people who are, you know, controlling this guy, you know, have basically the money printing in their pocket, pay the government, you know, and they're basically, you know, as was it Nathan Rothschild said, you know, I care not who sits on the throne of the British Empire that rules the world so long as I control the money supply. It's the same thing here. They've got control. They control the military. You know, they control the government, and they're controlling this guy. And it's just, I just can't. But how are you going to stand up against these people? Like, what can you do? You know, it's a tough one. But I mean, it's just so blatant. But again, like I said, you know, the fact that, you know, they think they can. I just can't believe that they think they're going to get away with it. But what can you do? How can you hold them to account? Like, you can't. You know, it's just so blatant. It's schoolboy. I mean, it's not even subtle. It's getting beyond a joke, to be honest with you. Here we go, Bitcoin mining map. We got lucky there, folks, by the looks of things. So yeah, University of Cambridge, Judge, Business School, Cambridge Centre for Alternative Finance. Here we go. That's the one. See, like good old Google. Doesn't take much. And you find it. Here we go. Bitcoin mining map. So we've got red here, China, disclaimer. There we go. This is the one you want to look at. Does this enlarge? There we go. Enlarge that one. Oh, sorry, peeps. That's just completely, that's gone massively enlarged. Bring that back. Here we go. This is what we want. So according to this map here, China has got 65% of the mining, followed by the United States with 7.2. Xi Jinping urges China to lead in digital currency regulation. Again, you know, all these countries, you know, they're all these governments are in competition with each other. You know, whereas before they were just simply like, you know, poo-pooing cryptocurrency as a, you know, jokey magic internet bean money. You know, now they're just like, oh shit, there's actually something genuinely in this. Reserve Bank of Australia announces central bank digital currency plans. Yeah, another one jumping on board the bandwagon. You know, these things are changing all the time. Literally, the landscape is changing. And we are the only people who know how it's going to end up. It just amazes me. Absolutely amazes me that these shitcoiners just don't know what we know. You know, and yeah, I thought I might bring this one up again, you know. So this is how you need to look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the foundation layer, you know, of all future digital technologies, including current ones that are going to jump on board of it. You know, because it's secured and underpinned by economic principles. It is economically sustained because there is no single entity sustaining it. It is completely decentralized. The entire world is going to run on it. So I know the word blockchain makes it sound like a chain of blocks, which, you know, technically it is. But you have to think of it as like the internet. You know, don't worry about sort of like, you know, whether it's a chain of blocks or whatever. Just think of it as a foundation layer that everything is going to be built on. Literally everything is going to be built on. And Bitcoin is what economically sustains this network and allows everyone to upload their data, to have control and own their data and have sovereignty over it and share it with everyone else. It's just simply the ultimate secure internet is what it is. Honestly, like, oh, Raoul and I talking about Ethereum, which is an absolute load of crap and it's got no value whatsoever, going to proof of stake, which is utterly centralized. Listen to us talking about this, and I've got my favorite Ethereum t-shirt on, and yeah, I'm a Bitcoin investor, and I know everything. I've been in Bitcoin since 2012, and I still haven't figured it out yet. Yeah. It does irritate me. You know, but like I said, if people weren't this stupid, we wouldn't be in the position that we're in right now. So on that note, it's been fun. I've been going for over an hour again. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Just been waffling on again. It's time to ding a dong. Let's do this, people. Gonna make my way through this chat. Anybody else? There we go. Right then, peeps, it's been a good one. I'm hungry. I haven't had my dinner yet, so I'm gonna go and get some spicy chicken and rice. Lovely. Very much looking forward to that. So as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, joy given, same time tomorrow. Catch you later. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and watch the full episode on Streamanity for just 20 cents. Go to www.satoshi.tv. See the link in the description below. Bitcoin, one world, one chain.
One vision.